Welcome to Modern Living TV.
Today, we will be giving you a roundup of what, where, and who are happening in the metro right now.
From a unique and thought-provoking Moro art exhibit to a fantastic furniture discovery in the heart of Makati. You won't believe this place. It was like going through Alice in Wonderland. Each room had a different style.
I saw that in your Instagram stories. Well, more here. Better shots here on Modern Living TV. Well, from art and furniture, we are going to meet design superstar Dan Matutina. He'll tell us about his humble beginnings and how he became an internationally acclaimed graphic designer. And more on Pinoy Pride, we will also meet with MasterChef Asia alumna Lika Ibarra, and she's going to tell us about this hot new place in BGC that celebrates Pinoy food and drink.
So join us and get your weekly fix for lifestyle and design inspirations, from living spaces to living life beyond its confines. This is your ultimate guide to modern living.
Our next guest is an internationally acclaimed graphic designer. He is design superstar Dan Matutina. Yeah. Why does your nose cringe when you hear things like that?
I don't know. I think it's a job, and it's a job that I love doing, but it's not really a job that's everyone's familiar with.
Kailan ka na in love sa design?
When I was younger, I never really had any idea what design is, but I was more into drawing and watching cartoons and reading comic books. I never really took it seriously. I mean, growing up in the province, you never really see like a potential for going to the creative industry.
Correct. And during our generation, mas doctor,
so
banker,
even in the
ganyan.
province,
From his early days of copying animated characters, Dan went to a science and engineering-oriented high school in his hometown, Leyte.
So I never really knew that there was a course in college for like fine arts, and I found out about it through a magazine, parang showbiz magazine pa. So that's when I found out, okay, may fine arts pala. So when I took up the UPCAT, I picked fine arts. My journey as a serious designer or illustrator started from there.
What made you decide to get into graphic design?
My course was visual communication.
Okay.
It was a really broad course wherein it tackles graphic design, advertising, editorial design, illustration. So I guess it was the course that was more into the commercial arts more than the fine arts because it was the more financially viable career.
I'm sure when you started graphic design, ibang-iba yung mga programs na ginagamit noon compared to now. What's the biggest difference?
I guess the biggest difference when I was in university was we did a lot of manual things. For example, print production. Previously, when we tried to print something, you have to make overlays. Right now, it's easy. You lay out in Photoshop, export the final art file in CMYK, and it's ready to print.
Right. But I think it's a good thing and work to your advantage kasi mas naintindihan mo the process that goes into actually making a design.
I think the appreciation is more on in the discipline. When you're used to doing a lot of manual stuff, then you practice discipline, you do a lot of preparation.
And now with a steady stream of high-profile clients such as the Washington Post, Google, and Samsung, to name a few, Dan looks back at one of his first commissioned works for an international brand.
And I remember when Wired emailed me, parang syempre sobrang kilig na kilig ako na parang, yeah! But what was really funny was the first Wired work that I did was Wired in Italy. But the funny thing was, I think I didn't do a really good work. So,
Looking back.
So parang after that work, I didn't get a call from Wired for quite a while. And I think it was a nice experience because if you think you didn't make good, then you try to improve more. So afterwards, I think after a year or 2 years, they emailed me again because I think my portfolio sort of grew and my work became better. So they emailed me again. And after that, medyo consistent na yung work that I did for Wild Italy and Wild UK and US. So yun, parang I guess realization lang that you try to always improve.
Dan is of course not without his very own idols in the industry of art.
Sometimes I just look at their work, not because it's related to what I'm doing, but it's more of, ay, ang ganda na ng ginagawa nila, so parang kailangan galingan ko pa or something like that. So it's more of that. I guess,
Parang
motivation.
parehong inspiration and motivation.
Yeah. So something like
And then you suddenly get recognized out of 100 images of the year. Yours was chosen as one of the best 50, they say, of the year. Itong Washington Post. How does that feel for you?
It wasn't something that I expected. We included in the list, the end of year list was a really big honor for me as an illustrator because it means I guess they liked what I did and what I did was sort of unique. Masaya naman yung surprise lang. Parang, hey!
At this point that you've done nga many ads, editorials, illustrations, do you still have a dream publication to work with, a dream collaboration?
I think technology is very exciting and I work with a lot of Silicon Valley companies. So I'm excited about virtual reality or augmented reality because it's so high-tech and it's also in a way new-ish field. So if I do something, may it be design or illustration, then I can add a lot of things to it, new concepts or ideas or visuals.
What would your advice be to aspiring young designers?
It's about experimenting and trying new things. Don't limit yourselves to the things that you like. For design, the creative industry, experimentation is the only way for you to improve and I guess make really good work and evolve as well. And of course, it's important to have fun in what you're doing.
That's it. Thank you very much. I
Thank
learned
you.
a lot from our kwentuhan. Thank you.